let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Go and strike. Go and strike. Na hata mimi naweza kuwa huko. Ni kesho. Nitakuja. Mimi nakuja. But I will tell you this, young people, as you're going. Let there be a cause. Do the right thing. Go and protest all you want. Don't hit policemen. Don't do it. Them, they're just law keepers. They don't. Hata wenyewe wanajua kile mnafanya ni right. You know, there are two young guys that were the hope of that generational movement, and then all of a sudden they forgot. They went on national television to make it about themselves. I was so sad. This is not about you, young guys. It's not about you. This is about Kenya. How can a whole police come and say they don't know who's abducting people? And then a leader of a nation comes and says, tutakomesha. Sasa unakomesha nini na if haujui? Me, I don't know. You know, and then I saw a preacher of the gospel come out, a great preacher, come out and condemn it. Then a few days later, they came and said, we don't have a problem. We have a problem. John C.W. has a problem because we voted for this regime. What a shame. Those of you in the X space, don't abuse people. Present your case. Stop abusing. Those words are not good. And I want to tell the Kenya, where is Kenya? Kenya nani? Camera, I mean. Niwewe kuja kamera ya Kenya. Kamera haina mtu, acha nijitengeneze. Wewe kamera ya Kenya. Alisha huko nyuma. Wewe Kenya. Na nipanguze. Wananiona? Niko live. No, I'm serious. Wananisikia? Wewe Kenya, wewe. I want to talk to you. Wacha nikuje nichukue mawaidha. Young people, hear me. Things that are happening are wrong. But you will never use sin to bring righteousness. It's how you respond to what has happened. It's not what has happened. What God is teaching you is how to respond. If you respond to it the same, you are not any different. Go picket, in fact, go and demonstrate. But let me tell you, don't respond as what you are trying to deal with. Respond to what you are trying to deal with. But don't respond as what you are trying to deal with. Now, do you notice God's response is a tree? Are you listening? Satan brought a problem by a tree. Is it true? How did God respond? By a tree. But notice the outcome of that tree. There's nothing wrong with you going to picket. But what is the outcome of your picketing? Going to social media and abusing people. That's not how we are going to deliver. You will be castigated as the same. They will take your whole movement and demonize it. Because you are allowing darkness into your movements. Because some of you are joining because now you have, what do you call it? You have backing. When I started speaking against the problems of this nation, you need to see the messages I received. The warnings I received. No one was speaking about it. Almost 2 years ago, I started shouting. From the minute they appointed, I said no to this appointment. I shouted all these things when I have no one. I literally, forget now, at least you have a better way because now the nation has risen. We spoke when there was no one. You need to see the threats I received. Some of them even cut off my numbers. I had an opportunity to work in a very great place. I've never told you. If I show you the salary, you will not believe it. And I'm saying it publicly. Because it's not a lie. We decided to say no to keep integrity. You needed to have seen where we went with her. I don't want to tell you. When we sat, you sit in an office, you apologize for just sitting in that office. You feel like you have brought the dirt of Kenya. The carpet is like for most of us, it is a mattress because of the cushion. And you enter, chubu, 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 The seat tells you, cool down, usikali hivyo na haraka, kaa pole pole, pole pole. And when we sat there, we saw the men. Is it true? We saw we didn't know that an office can look like that. Then I came back to my office. Umu office. A type of office. I say, Lord, you will need to forgive me. Man, the documents were brought out. He said, we would like you to work for us. Hey. I say, my God, the reward of a prophet. I took Bible verses that had nothing to do with God. You can use the Bible to kill yourself. When I sat there, I asked, where is the washroom? Man, I didn't do anything in that washroom. The cleanliness, I said, it was so afraid. Man, you enter there is a speaker. And there is a sound. Gosh, they are suiting you as you are suiting your business. I said, Jehovah, who does that? It was so simple. The tissue, man. You know, I just entered. I said, hey. The Lord told me, go inside. I went inside. I said, close the door. Kneel and ask me my will. I said, Lord, I already know your will is no. I will not ask you. I will take it. Then after I do eat it, then I will say sorry later. He says, ask me my will. So I knelt. And then there was a protocol there, standing. I said, hey. Just to make sure I don't die in the toilet. Yeah? If you've never seen a toilet where there are biscuits, it means you don't have hygiene. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Where Shinda ulikuwa? Were you there for you to say, Man, there were biscuits there, and the toilet was so big. And then when I was about to say, pray, I said, Lord, what is your will? Before I finish, he shouted, he said, don't take it. I said, I knew that's why I should not have asked you. You are enemy of progress. You are enemy. I came out. I said, I'm grateful. But our work is done. We supported you. Our work is done. I took her, we left. That was the last time we sat in that office. That was like a month into power. I now thank God, because you see, you can't fight what you're part of. I thank God. My hands came out clean to the glory of his name. That's why I shout, because no man can say, we made you rich, Abraham. Where? We made who rich? You made who? No man. No man. God receives glory. Young people, as you go out, both these trees have a fruit. Just ask yourself, will sin bring forth righteousness? Mi kwanza nataka kuwaambia, and I want you to go on record. Which camera? Wananiona? Wapi hapa? Huko. Mimi nataka kuonekana. Kwani nyinyi mtaniambia mali nitaonekana? Mimi nataka kuonekana hapa. Or lip sync. My lips will sing. I'll just delay my words. You think? To the people. Nairobi. Si ni hivyo tu? Go and strike. Go and strike. See, it's in your constitution. It's not a sin what I've said. See, kwa constitution, the right to picket. Hakuna strike hata msomi. It's called picket, not pocket. It's the right to be. But I will tell you this, young people, as you're going. Let there be a cause. Abusing people will not mean anything. That's what they want, so that they can have a reason. You know, Jesus, Even if they wanted to arrest him, they had no reason. Pilate tried to say, now young people, will there be a reason for your arrest? Eh? Don't post those things with people dead in a coffin. Those are reasons. Don't give them a reason. Be clean in your hands. Let them not say, look, even you did. Now you are demonizing something that would have been used for a great cause. You don't need to post people. You don't need to abuse people. Don't be like them. Many are dogs already. Why do you want to be like the dogs? Scripture is asking. He says, don't be like the dogs. Why do you want to be like that? Do the right thing. Go and protest all you want. Don't hit policemen. Don't do it. Them, they're just law keepers. They don't. Hata wenyewe wanajua kile mnafanya ni right. They know what you're doing is right, but they can't support you publicly because they know they will lose their job. Bear with them. Don't take a stone and hit a police officer. Don't let your hands be clean. Anything you do, look at your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, be clean. They couldn't find a mistake on Jesus. Couldn't find any. He was clean. The question I'm asking young people, will they find a mistake in you? Yes. Don't be demonic in your approach to rescuing a generation. Satan doesn't fight for God's people. So don't use his weapons. Be honorable in everything you do. Demonstrate if you want. Don't break into people's, it's your right. Don't break into people's hotel, jobs. Don't, why are you doing that? They will demonize it. Then the same people will begin to be against you because you are destroying their businesses. Why? Even if you are doing a demonstration and someone has not closed their shop, why should people close your shop because you are demonstrating? If they don't want to close their shop, let them continue. This is one of the reasons I'm going to see God. I've noticed people, even if you tell them to do it, they won't do it. What option are you left with? You must step into the system. Speak in parables. Don't think we love doing it. There's nothing to gain. You lose everything. You lose your life, lose your family, lose your everything to serve people that will never see. They will demonize you. Don't be demonic. Beelzebub does not chase Beelzebub. A tree is hanging. The question I want to ask you, will you eat the fruit? We need to see demonstrations that there is love, there is joy, there is peace, there is patience, there is gentleness, there is long suffering, there is self-control. And lastly is to those two guys that I spoke lastly about. You know, there are two young guys that were the hope of that generational movement. And then all of a sudden they forgot. They went on national television to make it about themselves. I was so sad. This is not about you, young guys. It's not about you. This is about Kenya. And none of you can tell me anything. You need to go back to my previous record and see the things I fought for. You can't say anything. I'm not those pastors you put in a corner and you try to tell them, tutakuja, ukuje kwa nani? Kwa nani? Me, I can even give you my home address. If you've never seen Angels War, you try. You come as who? Don't think of yourself highly than you ought to. Don't think of yourself too highly. Do the right thing. Don't be like this weird government. How can a whole police come and say they don't know who's abducting people? And then a leader of a nation comes and says, tutakomesha. Sasa unakomesha nini na ifa ujui? Me, I don't know. You know, and then I saw a preacher of the gospel come out, a great preacher come out and condemn it. Then a few days later, they came and said, we don't have a problem. We have a problem. John C.W. has a problem because we voted for this regime. What a shame. I'm not saying the young people did not do wrong, but take them, present them before a court. At least arrest them for 10 years. Watch out to say Mangendio Wale. Are you a parent? I'm a parent. Do you know what it means not to see your children? That you don't know where your child is. Present them. When you take them, there is something called an obi. Is that true? Book them, book them, book them. Say, uyu nina, ule waembu ni nani? Uyo. Una nani wapi huko mwingine? Muranga wako? Ngong. Sasa kama ni Ngong, we should be able to go to a Ngong police and see a booking. But you can't operate a nation as thugs. And when we tell you, pastors, don't go. Now look what happened. You went. A few days later. Me, I'm wondering, when you went, couldn't you ask, where are the people you abducted? Me, that's the question. No man, isn't it? Me, I will die there. You know, Guide. Oh. I saw someone say, oh, Mr. We are praying for you. We are not praying for you. Tell us where these people are. Let's start there. Let's stop playing with the people. Tutakomesha. It's not about kukomesha. Reproduce the people. Unakomesha, and then some opposition leader comes here joyriding on everything. Ati nimeambia huyu nani awache hiyo. Unasema unatuambia tufanye. He says that hiyo mambo imeisha. Why don't you say I told him to produce? Start there. Produce the people that are abducted. First. Second, stop it. But you can't tell us stop it. What about the people that have not been produced? Ningojeni. I speak in parables to the wise. Nakuja. You wait. We are coming. Some of you should be arrested. You take a nation into obvious routes. And then now you young people are and other fools that I see rising up. You are introducing tribal problems. Only the problem is national. Ati weni mukikuyu, weni mujaluo. Did I want to be born a Kikuyu? Did you want to be born a Jaluo? It's behaving like that that's a problem. It's not being born. You can't castigate people because they are born in a certain place. Me, sometimes you shock me. Some things me I see. I'm waiting. Wacha nitoke pale with a shining face. Wacha nitoke kwa mlima. Sitaki chakula, sitaki maji. 40. Naenda huko, nipambane. If we die, we die there. We died for something. Ani mlima ya ukweli. Na si yenye iko na kamera ati munione for props. You know there are prophets that go to the mountain with cameras. And then they came from eating biscuit. So why were you going? It's props. You want to show us. Young people fast to prove that they are fasted, not to get anything from a fast. So that you can come out and tell people, I fasted 50 days. Now you think you are powerful. Hata unaona mkutano imeisha. Men of God, we became so cheap. You try coming for my conference and you throw her. Inaitwa nini hiyo kitu? Hiyo moshi. Tear gas. You try it. Before you throw it, it will turn to yourself and hit you. You must fear. But you see, men of God, how can a man of God be? And even you, man of God, you are tribal at the same time. This is what tuko na shida tu. Wachungaji ni wa mkate. Inchi ni... Why are we doing this? Me, I'm shocked. Then you come and take 3 people here from the mountain so that you can get a certain tribe. After meeting a leader, whoever you're going to meet, it's not them that made you. In fact, it's so shocking. Let me, which camera? Kuja. Let me tell these leaders of ours. We have the power to say who will not be president. None of you that is trying to position yourself, including the mountains and the where, none of you Jesus records. None of you knows. Hakuna mtu Yesu amemjua hapo. Stop cheating yourself. kingpin, pin of the king. Kuna hizo vitu. Me, I'm telling Kenya, forget the tribe that is in power. Look for service. Are you hearing me, Kenya? Hata nimefika aje huku kwa muti. Kenya is a beautiful nation. Every day you wake up, even your brain gets tired. Shame on leaders that allow 20 hours are going to picket. Why? Ni nini huyo mtoto amekosa? Because you're running a nation the wrong way. Me, I will never, at the words I'm saying, I mean my words. You know, I'm one of those people that doesn't speak before I think. I'm hearing myself as I'm speaking. I'm hearing. You have made these young people to do what they are doing. And then a whole policeman comes and says, I wish you would have seen the way he looks in his face. We don't know who's abducting them. Me, if I was your son, because you can't arrest me. You know, the good thing is that I'll wait for you to be and slap you because you think he's an angel. Say, hey! I don't understand. And then some ignorant pastors, I had a pastor say, oh, he's saying like that because he's from the mountain. Just imagine a pastor. Now you kichwa. You know, sometimes you expect that the head should be having something solid. But you can see religion in your head. Wait until I come and introduce something in the evening. The message is called the two witnesses. And it's not what you think in Revelation. Give me time. Hata ended. Ni mko hapa? Oh, mizigo. Na wewe uko hapa kwa nini? Hata sitaki mtu karibu nami kwa sababu you are messing up the nation. And it is you. No. You are messing up the nation. Let me ask a question lastly. Do we have Gen Zs in church? Don't you think there are many? Huh? You don't have Gen Z? Na millennials. Simuko. Hear me. Do the right thing. Two wrongs don't make right. Don't be demonic in your pursuit of righteousness. Be honorable. Do what you want the right way. Follow the constitution so that you cannot have blood in your hands. Munasikia hiyo kitu? We, munanisikia? Si ni kesho nitaona. Na hata mimi naanza kuwa huko. Ni kesho nitakuja. Mimi nakuja. But disguised. Hamtanijua lakini nakuja. Me, I can't come and do that. Mimi nitaenda State House hapo nje. Uta notice tu ukianza kuona mtu mmoja ana branch ni mimi. If you just see one person branching off, everyone is going this and then you see narrow is the path that leads to, yes, go and do the right thing. Don't beat anyone. Don't abuse people. Stop putting people in their casket. Present your case honorably. Picketing is your right and no one can stop you. But do it honorably. Don't stop the economy of a nation because you are picketing. It's a shame that we need to picket. 20 hours need to picket. What a shame. Na nataka kujua kaa Grammy tunaenda. Nataka kuenda Grammy. I want to be the pastor of presiding the Grammy Awards. See, I heard he's coming to Kenya. See, it was paid. Yeah, I want to volunteer myself to be the pastor, to pray over them. Can you look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, there is what we call priority. Priority. Do what is priority, not what is right. Those of you in the X space, don't abuse people. Present your case. Stop abusing. Those words are not good. May the Lord help us in Jesus Christ's name. All this is because of a tree. What burden are you carrying? Some of you are striking without a burden. What's your burden? I went somewhere to do photocopy yesterday. Someone was moving his office. The people that were moving his office were like 5 men. Wakakosana tu nikiona. The guy that doesn't even know what is happening. Awa anapigana wawili. Mimi nikasema it's none of my business. I prayed for them. I say, Lord, if it is your way, separate. No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you get it, if you don't get it, well, forget about it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Satan looks for you. It's not them he's looking for. They are already going nowhere, and they know it. Don't involve yourself, especially when you're a man of purpose. As they are fighting, one will take a glass by mistake, hit you, full of purpose. Me, the much I can say is Father, in the mighty name of Jesus. He says in everything, through prayer. He never said through separation. He said, through prayer and supplication, let your request be made known. Yeah. So me, the best I can do is, I saw the guy coming. He doesn't even know what is happening. Akakuja kusema, can you wanna die? Ndio mina die. He doesn't even know what is happening. He just came to support his friend who is wrong. That's what politicians have become. And then they threaten us, you come for us. Attempt. You've never seen the church rising. Attempt. There are people, when you touch them, you touch an institution. Attempt it. We don't even need humans. Angels who rise on our behalf. Okay, na pia humans kidogo kama watatu. Like 3 humans. But mostly angels.